What's up, everybody? I'm Shaq.
I'm Jamie.
And this is the Betwixt Ideas Podcast. Give me them good vibrations. For
like a 90s radio.
That is a 90s song, though.
Well, no, you know them radios when they press the button?
Oh, yeah. You ever heard of, Mark Wahlberg had a song, right?
Yeah.
Good vibrations.
Yes, good vibrations.
That's what
when you said that, I was thinking Marky Mark, but that was his name, innit?
Yeah. So this is the podcast, man. We just kind of pick a random topic and we just run with it for the whole podcast and to see how it goes, to see where it takes us through this beautiful journey that we call the mind. And
two best friends talking nonsense.
Nah, that's how it always starts, though. Just
Don't
podcast.
take offense.
I'm not edgy.
We're not edgy. We used
edgy.
to. I think we've chilled in our old age.
Everyone has that edgy phase when they start off.
Angsty.
Yeah.
That's the word I want to use. Angsty.
Everyone starts off angsty.
As you said, we're gonna every week. Or I say week. Let's say every episode right now.
Because
this is ep number 1.
Numero uno, baby.
And we'll take a topic, broad-ish topic. As Shaq said, we just run with it.
Run with it, baby.
Talk for a bit, for a little while, in your ears. And you can just sit down, relax.
Take it in with the
have
good
a run, have
baby.
a workout, sit down, playing a game, reading a book, cutting the grass.
Cooking.
Just cooking.
I love cooking.
I don't podcast and cook.
You don't?
No. Drive, podcast and drive.
Yeah, long drives, you gotta have a podcast.
Yeah, 100%.
Alright then.
First topic.
Video games. I'm a fucking nerd, so that's all I do in my time.
I think it's our bread and butter. I think it's an easy one to get into.
Easily.
Video games. That's like, I think the best place to start off is just to say, what have you been playing recently?
Boy! Alright, so I've been playing a lot of games. As you just saw when you came in, I was playing Smash Bros.
You were?
Because
you do love a Smash.
Oh. Yeah.
The bros, though.
The bros. Gotta smash with the bros. Jesus. Anyway. I've been playing Smash Bros. Because you dropped, man. That character is fun as fuck, bro.
Do you know what? I love a Smash Bros. And I like this one. I just never got into it as much as, say, the previous ones.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I don't think, as I said, don't think it's bad. I just, I don't know. You got into it mad, but I think you're more on your fighting game kind of grind than most people I know when it comes to video games.
It's the first video game I played. I played Tekken 1 and PS1. That's like first video game I can remember playing.
What as in fighting game genre was your first ever game?
Ever. Like when I was like 3-4 years old.
And you know I love Tekken as well.
Yeah, Tekken. You know what? I love Tekken, even though I'm sure I think I haven't given it enough chance. When I started looking at like how to really play Tekken, I was like,
I think I traumatized you.
Nah, I knew I was ass at Tekken. From like my cousin used to whip my ass at Tekken. I knew I was trash at Tekken.
It's the only fighting game I'm good at. I'm decent at others, and then I'm just trash at some. I would put myself as trash in Smash.
That's cool,
man. I used to be decent, but now I'm trash. Bro, I found the story mode difficult, and I wasn't even playing on the hard difficulty.
Wait, what's the story mode? For Brawl?
No, the Ultimate.
Arcade? Oh,
no, the story one with Kirby.
Oh! Yeah.
Collect the characters.
Yeah.
I don't even think I finished it.
I haven't finished it. It's a long
It's
game.
long. It's enjoyable. I enjoyed it, but I'm a little bit of a completionist. So I'll go because there was nodes, wasn't there?
Lots of paths to take. It was
I'd be
huge
I want to
map.
complete this. I don't even care if I don't get a character at the end. But then you'll face some because there was ranks to them.
There was bosses, yeah. You had to go fight bosses.
I can't even remember which one it was, but I just couldn't beat them. I just couldn't beat them.
Nah.
And I know there's difficulties, and I weren't playing on the easiest, but I was certainly not playing on the hardest. Smash ain't for me, man.
You know what? Smash is different from most fighting games because Sakurai explained it really well. With Tekken, it's a lot about spatial awareness. It's about your footsies. Because when I watch high level Tekken, their footsies are nuts.
Bro, that's what I used to do. Because I knew, because I used to play Lei Wulong.
Yeah.
And I knew that character so well that I knew how far that you had to be away from me for me to hit you.
That's footsies, bro.
But there was no term for it for me. I just knew it instinctively. Obviously, because I'm banged the fuck out of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that was my only character, and he's a bit of a skank anyway.
Is he?
I think so. I used to rinse like the same sort of combo set that I kind of made myself. I used to link moves together.
Win's a win, bro.
Win is a win.
With Smash Bros, it's more movement
It's
and
smart,
where you
innit?
are on stage.
It's the smartness of it all.
And I think a lot of people don't really rate Smash highly with fighting games. Sakurai's always said it was a party game, it was more casual. But that's what I mean. But it's different strokes for different folks.
I mean, I think it's more. I think it's got the same level of strategy into it, if not more, because there's slightly more things to like going on, especially if you have items. Some of the stages kind of transform.
In competitive rules, though, there's no like items or stage transforms.
Yeah, true. Because they just play that. Is it called the Final Destination?
FD or Battlefield.
Yeah.
They do play other stages that.
But surely there is a category where you can play.
You can
items.
play Pokemon Stadium.
But can you play items like a category of items?
Not as far as I know. I don't think there's any
Really?
sort of like competitive play for items because it's
You
just
know what?
busted as fuck.
I get that, but that would make it more entertaining for a casual player watching competitive.
You see, that is a very slippery slope. You know why it's a slippery slope? So, when Street Fighter V came out, it was definitely, I wouldn't say it's a casual game, but they stripped away a lot of the depth that made Street Fighter 4 really, really fun to play.
I know it wasn't well received by the vast majority of the community that banged out Street Fighter. I mean, I've never been a Street Fighter guy.
Because if you watch a bunch of videos now, everyone's just making mad comebacks, just out of nowhere, because they can pull out the arse now. And for a casual viewer, it's like, oh, that's fucking sick, you made a comeback. But for like competitive people, it's fucking scary because like there's no consistency. Yeah.
But isn't that kind of good in the same way?
Yes and no.
There has to be a balance to it, I guess.
There has to be a balance to it. So that's what I mean. It's a slippery slope. You don't want it to be too, what they call it, unga bunga.
Unga bunga.
It's a derogatory term for like rushdown.
I was thinking umbongo then, the drink.
Yo, umbongo is fucking lit. But
mix it with rum bongo.
You know what's crazy? I'm actually gonna have rum punch today.
Wee.
Yeah. Shout out to my future sister-in-law for getting into uni. We'll just have a little
celebration team.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring them over here. They're gonna have some drinks. So you know.
Okay.
Congrats to her.
Which uni?
Oh, hold on, Olivia. Which uni is Rihanna going to? Kent. What's Kent like? Anyone know what Kent like?
I mean, Kent, the area is alright.
Kent is pretty posh.
Actually, I think it has parts. I think it's like anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah. Anyone go to Kent uni? No.
Not that I know of. No.
Okay.
I think it's around. If it's around Canterbury, which I feel like it is.
Canterbury's really nice.
I'm not meant to be here, am I?
No, you can.
It's a cameo appearance.
Yeah,
It could be a cameo.
Yeah, it can give a cameo appearance. You want to get on the mic?
No.
Alright.
But yes, yeah, no, you were playing Smash, but I meant like, were you playing yourself? Because that's more of like a
Playing myself?
not with yourself.
Okay, alright,
Like
my
what
bad.
games you playing?
Just by myself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you see my computer right there? I got Back 4 Blood beta.
Yeah, do you know what? I know that's basically Left 4 Dead 3, but I've heard mixed reviews.
I like it.
People like it. I've just heard mixed reviews.
Yeah, it's...
As in mechanical mixed reviews. I think people like the premise of it. I just don't think it works on a mechanical level as best it could do. People still, from what I understand, people still prefer Left 4 Dead.
It is that nostalgia. It's you can't really fuck with Valve. Valve is Valve.
Valve is Valve.
Valve is Valve.
I mean, I don't know if I'll play it. I mean, I account share with someone on my PlayStation 5.
Yeah. You got a PS5?
I've got a PS5.
Holy shit! What is it like?
I'll get into it. I'll get into
Okay.
it. But my boy who I'm account sharing with, I think he wants to get Back 4 Blood. So I'll have it. Whether I play it, I don't know, because
I say it's good with friends.
see that's what I'm thinking. And at the moment, I'm a solitude gamer. I like sitting there just playing my game.
Me, I need some more social interaction with my games nowadays.
I think it depends on the game.
It does, and I think
Depends
that's
on
the
the
game.
people as well. I can't have people taking things way too seriously on a game like that.
Depends what I'm looking for. Sometimes if I want to literally get something really cool, then like, yeah, let's buckle down, let's try and get some shit. If we're just kicking back and I'm like, I've just finished work and I just want to play a game with my friends, then cool. I don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, but there are people we know who would take, if you die, you get roasted.
No, it's cool to roast someone if you die. Like,
Nah, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like,
if you get roasted when you die, like only like a small little roast, nothing like serious.
nah, things are serious.
Okay.
I think the community that we grew up with is so serious. It's so serious.
I don't know. Like when we were playing Left 4 Dead, we were just fucking around a lot of the time. We just played it and then talk shit.
Left 4 Dead was different though, because that was other people.
Yeah.
I think people are on Back 4 Blood because it's a bit different of what's been out recently.
Yeah.
But no, man, Back 4 Blood. I've seen and as I said, I've seen and heard sort of mixed reviews. I don't know if it's a game for me. I liked Left 4 Dead, but it was never one of them ones that I was excited for. And that's what I'm finding. I'm less and less excited for games.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know what?
But it's games as a whole. Like certain games, I'm very excited for.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, man. Like even like I see you got Resident Evil Village there. I wanted to, but before it came out, I was like, I want to bang this game. I want to play it. I loved Resident Evil 7. No.
You ain't got it?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, dude, get on that,
Because
bro.
what I wanted to do, is I wanted to get my PS5 and I wanted to play Resident Evil Village on my PS5.
That would look good on your PS5.
But it came out and I didn't have a PS5. So I was just like, I kind of want to know what's going on.
You missed the window.
I missed the window.
You missed the window.
So
I
watched I think it was Eurogamer. Eurogamer got their own YouTube channel.
Yeah, they do.
And I sort of watched one of them play the entire game. I mean, yeah, it was a good game. I don't think it's better than 7.
7 was different.
I think 7.
7 was back to basics.
Wait, you say that, but it was also different.
It's different, but it is back to basics because
The survival horror type of thing. This one, I feel like there was just guns and everything from the get-go. I know there was a gun from the get-go in 7, but you felt like the gun
didn't do shit.
Yeah, it was more hiding. It was more kind of creepy. Like 8 sick. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I think 8 is? It's like the best moments of every good Resident Evil.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I certainly, if you're taking it from like story perspective, I think 8 is stronger.
8 is. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
And I like what's the fat guy, the big guy?
Oh, the Duke.
The Duke.
Yeah,
I like him.
He's cool.
He's a cool guy.
I'm actually replaying it right now.
Yeah, do you know? I mean, I watched it through once, and I've then seen bits and pieces of it, like little hidden stuff. And unless it goes on sale, I don't think I'll cop it.
To be fair, I did buy it on like CD keys.
Yeah, so you got it nice and cheap.
So it was like £38.
That's not a sponsor, by the way.
No, it's not a sponsor. We're not sponsored by anyone. We're sponsored by ourselves. That's what you gotta say. I'm sponsored by myself. I pay for this shit.
But if CD Keys do want to sponsor,
hey, listen, man. I'm trying to get really in back into my PC gaming. So if CD Keys wants to drop a sponsor, man, like sign me up, man. Sign me the fuck up. Give me the bag. That's what the kids are saying.
But what? So yeah, man. Like, okay, fair enough. So you've been playing like Back 4 Blood, Resident Evil.
I'm actually doing a Crazy Taxi review. It's, you know what? I want to talk a little about it. I don't want to spoil my video, but I just want to talk a little about this. Gone are the days of very short and sweet games.
You're right. I feel like indie games are the short and sweet games now.
Indie games are the short and sweet games. We do get them occasionally, like Tetris 99, Goose Game.
Oh yeah.
I want to say Hades is short and sweet, but it isn't at the same time.
It isn't. It isn't. I think it depends on your skill level. Have you seen the website How Long Does It Beat?
Yeah, I got it on like bookmarks.
Yeah, IGN acquired that recently, so it's a property of IGN.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, allegedly.
I'm pretty sure they have. But I look at that a lot for stuff like that, and it seems to be like the indie types that are sort of like a couple of hours long.
Man, listen, support your fucking indie games. Please, like, guys, if you're listening to this, support your local or your nearest indie games or developers, because they are really doing some good shit. Facts.
I would say they do better than bigger companies. in terms of,
Just,
I think, the imagination that they have.
you know what? You're right, but there's a caveat to that. And the caveat is that there's no investors. There's no
investors.
stakeholders.
Yeah.
So they can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
I'll tell you this now. Some of the best Pokemon games I've played are ROM hacks.
I'd only played 2 of them.
ROM hacks are amazing.
They are really good.
And it's just
different.
random people making a Pokemon game.
That's how indie development starts.
Exactly.
Just modding.
I remember some mad one back in the day, and I think you might have played it.
Was it Platinum?
No. Someone had made a game that was like Final Fantasy, but Pokemon. And it was called Super Eevee. And you could change into all the evolutions. And it was like set up like a Final Fantasy game. Like as in turn-based. I know Pokemon's turn-based anyway, but like that kind of like...
Yeah.
But you had a party, like the party was out rather than just one individual Pokemon. There's like limit breaks and stuff like that. I think it was called something different, but that game was wavy. I don't know if it ever was finished, but it was all about Gen 1 and Gen 2 being deleted for Gen 3, as in the graphics.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
As far as I remember.
Okay.
I mean, it was sick. I mean, I think it was only a couple of chapters.
I'm actually replaying Final Fantasy 7 right now on my Switch.
Oh my god.
You know what? You know what's funny about that story? They get to a point where you get all the party members now. They're like, so why the fuck are we here? It's like, we're getting off to Sephiroth. It's like, yeah, and the Promised Land. It's like, okay.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah. This is why I always say Final Fantasy 9 is my favourite Final Fantasy. Only because 7's good, but I think 7 at the time was mechanically good. It was revolutionary.
Yeah, it's that point in time.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a good game, but you're right. There's things in it you just go,
You have...
Is that?
You got pioneers, and then you have perfectionists.
Yes.
FF7's the pioneer. FF9's the perfectionist.
You're going to piss a lot of people off saying that.
Man, suck my dick, you dweeb. I don't care. This is my podcast, man. I say whatever I want. You want to come see me?
I think 9 is my favourite.
I love 9. I love 9 a lot. 7 was really good to me because I remember just sitting there thinking...
I remember when you played it for the first time.
Yeah.
You disappeared for like 3 weeks.
I went off the fucking radar because I did everything. The only thing I didn't do was Emerald Weapon.
Is that the one under the ocean?
Yeah, that's the only one I didn't do because I know you had to have some really disgusting broken build for that.
What's the one in the sand? Is that
Ruby
Ruby?
Weapon, yeah, that's Ruby.
Okay, yeah,
I did Ruby just about.
I was always going to say, I thought Ruby was harder than Emerald.
Emerald is really hard because like...
I know you have a time limit.
You have a time limit and the health is like stupid. It's like, it's just dumb. Like you can't kill that shit. Like I know people can kill it, but you can't kill it. I said, you know what?
I know for a fact there's like videos on YouTube of level 1 Cloud beating Emerald Weapon or something.
Oh, there's someone out there did some super turbo nerd shit on that game.
Of course.
What's it? What was I gonna say? I've lost my train of thought now. Shit.
Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah, 9 is great. 7 is great as well. 6 is really good.
I like 6.
Really good.
I think I've only ever played 6 once or twice, maybe twice. Once, definitely all the way through. 6 is good. I think it gets forgotten about by newer audiences because it doesn't get covered as much. 7 always gets covered, especially because it's got a bloody remake recently.
Rightfully so. It's just one of the most revolutionary games.
I
of all
do want to play it though.
I've been playing a little bit of it. I played it.
Next on my list. Well, that's a lie. It's not next on my list. But is it Intergrade?
Yeah.
That's on sale at the moment on Sony or PlayStation or whatever.
I'm gonna say something that I'm not allowed to say.
Oh damn. Okay.
Remake is okay.
Yeah, no, I think that's the consensus. That is fine.
Yeah.
I think it brought in a lot of people that had never played it before. I mean, I know a few people that had never played it and thought it was a good game. As in the first game, the original, if you will.
It's very hard to go back to the original. Like,
I think it's because it's a bit clunky, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, I didn't realize that the PS1 was a 32-bit console. I thought it was a 64-bit console.
Oh man.
Which makes...
Every time you see it, when you play like the version you played on the PC back in the day, that was 64-bit, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yes, it was 64-bit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what fucks me up as well is that I remember playing Tekken and then going to play Mario 64 and thinking, Tekken looks way better. But...
Nah.
As a kid, remember, I'm a dumb kid back then. So I just see real people and I think, oh, better graphics.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I think because obviously Mario's modelled on like sort of a... I don't want to say cartoon because I think that's quite harsh.
Nah.
More of a...
I wouldn't say it's harsh to call it Mario like it emulates cartoon. I wouldn't say it's harsh.
It's more an animated style. I think that's fairer. I think cartoon makes it sound a bit kiddie, where I don't think Mario is a kid's game.
Yeah, it is, but that doesn't take away from it.
Sorry. Mario's not a kid's franchise. It's an everyone franchise.
Okay, all right. I see that.
And it is.
Like, who doesn't like Mario? You gotta be a fucking Debbie Downer to not like a Mario game.
I think
Or any Mario game.
every single gamer has played at least one.
Yeah.
If you haven't played a Mario game, then you're not a gamer. I'm sorry, you're not.
Yeah, it's harsh. I don't want to sound like we're gatekeeping, but
I feel like we have to on that. I feel like if you haven't played a Mario game, even if it was for like 30 seconds.
no, I'll tell you what. You're still a game if you haven't played a Mario game. However, you can't talk on the culture if you haven't played a Mario game.
Okay, that's
I think that's
fairer.
fair. I think that's fairer. Because a lot of people like to talk from a misguided direction or place from like they have no information. Talking about this game's shit. Hey, you play the series? Nah, but it looks shit. Then you ain't fucking got to talk about it, my guy.
That reminds me of a conversation about Doom a few weeks ago or months ago.
Alright, so I ain't gonna put no one's name on blast because that's just like, this is a podcast. I ain't trying to.
No, a friend of ours, a close friend of ours.
Close friend of ours, that he was trying to say Doom is not a heavy hitter. I'm like,
First of all, heavy hitter is a very vague fucking term.
very vague. And I'm like, bruh, Doom. If there was no Doom,
There'd be nothing. No first-person shooters. They just wouldn't exist.
This wouldn't be. It's the butterfly effect.
They wouldn't exist to the extent they exist now.
You wouldn't have Call of
And
Duty.
he's a first-person shooter guy. Multiplayer first-person shooter sort of. He bangs
That's
them.
his shit. That's his shit.
I mean, his point was, which was valid. He played the multiplayer of Doom Eternal and thought it was dead. That's fine. If that's his opinion, that's fine. But he didn't even play the single player, which is where Doom is known for
100%
its stuff.
I love Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is one of my
know
favorite
what?
games of last year.
I haven't played it.
It's my favorite game of last year.
I haven't played it, but I know it's a Doom game. And that's not a criticism. I know it's a Doom game,
Bruh,
but I know what to expect.
Oh, I love that game so much. The soundtrack is fucking lit. Like,
was it better than the previous Doom game? What was it? Doom? Did they call it Doom 2016 or something like that?
it was just Doom parentheses for you Americans 2016.
Yeah. Is it better than that one?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
I like Doom 2016 was cool.
I think people like that as well.
It was a good return to form. It felt nice. Like
I played that a little bit.
I didn't finish it.
I've never been a crazy Doom guy anyway, but I can appreciate what Doom is and who Doom is.
Doom Eternal is just, you know what it's like? I'm going to put a disclaimer right here. I don't do drugs, but if I had to envision what snorting cocaine would be like, that's Doom Eternal. Just the most Peruvian, freshest off the leaf cocaine papi. Like, we're talking like, that sounds mad racist. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't really have said that like that.
I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, but like,
you're saying like the highest grade,
uncut raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like in that 80s shit with like my
Yeah.
Scarface suit.
Yeah, like that pile.
Yeah, it's a good game. Like,
I should play it. But I say I've never been a Doom guy. I've liked it. I've played it. I've never been a Doom guy. I get the appeal,
yeah,
but it's not for me.
I'm playing Dark Souls 3 right now as well.
Oh, good luck.
It's not that bad, you know.
I think it's the hardest out of them.
Really?
Personally, yeah.
So far,
I think
it's tested my patience, but it hasn't really made me like wanna commit harikari.
Well, With the Soulsborne Sekiro,
God damn, so many of them.
I'm similar to what I said about Resident Evil Village.
Mm-hmm.
Barely played any of them,
Mm-hmm.
but I watch a lot of them.
Mm.
I mean, I watch a lot of them. Like they're very watchable games.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a few Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro series that I actually enjoy watching on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't even care. I'll shout it out. They're called RKG. I've showed you them before. I mean, they used to be called Prepare to Try because they used to work for IGN UK or IGN in general.
Yeah.
But they went solo. Or there's 3 of them, and they're called RKG, which is the initials of their name. Sick company name, by the way.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And they continue it on. I mean, what are they doing now? They're doing the Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne.
Oh, those. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, they've done pretty much every Soulsborne Sekiro games, and for me, watching them, and I've played a little bit of Dark Souls 3. I think Dark Souls 3 is the hardest game because I think it has the hardest bosses.
Really?
Yeah, I think the Nameless King is probably the hardest boss in the game. I know I think there's a consensus that people don't find him hardest, and people find, I think it's the twins or the brothers even at the end of the actual game.
Okay.
I don't know if you've got that far.
I am about
Lothric and Lorien.
2 to 3 bosses in.
What's
What's the one that can freeze you or gives you frostbite or where the fuck it is? It's like the second area in, and like you know that area with the fat guy with the axe and he walks around the fountain. And then you go a little bit further on and you fight that.
Vort of the Boreal Valley.
Yeah, like he was quite easy. I only died like twice.
Yeah, he's a pretty. I mean, he's a starter boss really.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Like so far, I'm like, this isn't as brutal as the other Dark Souls games.
I think Dark Souls 1 is probably the most unforgiving.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about you.
I think it's because I don't think they balanced it right.
No.
I mean, even from like the starting area, like I remember picking up that game for the first time and hating it.
Yeah.
And then I had to cheese it with a magic build just to complete the game.
I was all sword build. I did it with a sword build.
What, in Dark Souls 1?
Yeah.
I did eventually.
I parried, what's his name?
Gwyn.
Yeah.
The end boss, Gwyn.
Yeah, parried him like 4 times in a row.
He is parryable though.
No, he is, but like that's the only way I could beat him. I couldn't beat him normally. I had to learn how to parry him.
He's very, very aggressive. I think if you go back after playing some of the other Soulsborne games, because I think they are more aggressive, especially Bloodborne. I think Bloodborne's probably the most aggressive game. But I think it's because of the combat style.
Bloodborne was the only Souls game where I was like, I give up.
Oh shit.
Bloodborne, like I really wanted to like that game, but it fucked me up so much.
It's probably, for me, it's, well, again, I haven't played it, but I've watched it. I think story-wise, it's the best.
Yeah, nah.
It's absolutely batshit crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like proper old gothic, like Lovecraftian, sort of alien, old ones, all that crap.
No, the setting is dope.
Yeah, the
But
setting
I
is
couldn't
amazing.
finish it. It was just too hard for me. Like,
where did you get up to? Do you remember?
the 3 wizards.
Oh, the Shadows of Yharnam.
Yeah.
They are hard.
Yeah,
That's like halfway. That's like halfway, man.
Yeah.
And do you know what the worst thing is? People don't even consider them like one of the highest, as in like hardest bosses in the game.
The thing is, I would restart it, but I know I have to fight Father
Father Gascoigne.
and he just, it's a coin flip whether I win that fight.
Well, the guy who starts off as a hunter and then turns into a beast.
It's a coin flip.
He's,
I don't know how to fight him.
I think he's like the first story boss.
Yeah, he is.
But he can be like the second boss that you face
Because the cleric beast. Yeah, the cleric beast.
Yeah,
it's not that bad. Just kind of run through his legs. Slash, run through his legs.
Yeah, sort of simple. That's like Dark Souls mechanics there. I wonder if they did that on purpose to sort of lead you to a false sense of security.
They know that now because you can't do that with the newer bosses that I've played on Dark Souls. Because you'll go up to them, and they'll just go, or they'll jump back.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to, like, you can't just mindlessly do that.
Yeah, and then, I mean, they stepped out with Sekiro as well.
That game was a tough motherfucker.
You played that as well?
I've played a little bit at Do you know Reggie? I used to work with him at game.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Like we played at his house, and wow, I can't remember what part it was, but all I remember was like some big Shogun guy, and there was like 4 people guarding him, and trying to fight him is really, really, really hard.
That game is very different from the previous games.
The monkey boss though, I ain't got to that.
The headless monkey.
That shit was so. You know what? That is a really good boss. I've never played it.
I think they have a lot of like fantastic boss fights.
That is a fantastic boss fight. I know people were like, oh, boss fights too. No, boss fights are important. Sit the fuck down and listen to this. Okay, I'm get comfortable in my chair. Boss fights are important. You know why? They test you on what you've learnt in the game thus far.
True, there's usually a mechanic for that area, that sort of, or something that they've recently taught you. And Dark Souls does, well, the Soulsborne Sekiro games do that to an extent. But I think a lot of them can just be strong-armed.
No, a lot of them can be strong-armed, but I remember seeing people talking about, oh, bosses are outdated and blah, blah. No, they're important because we need them. We don't want you getting through this game too quickly. We need to make sure you buckle the fuck. This is your exam. You play through the game, that's your term. This is the exam.
I do think the way story goes in games now, having a boss fight all the time doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like a boss for the sake of a boss. Because like in the old days, it'd be like a stage, and at the end of the stage is a boss.
Yeah.
You'd kind of go, okay, stage, boss, stage, boss, stage, boss. And then it'd be kind of like a few stages with like these bosses, and then there were mini bosses, yeah. And then it'd be like the big boss at the end of like the big stage, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But like in a more open game, if you're going, I go down this left path, there's a boss at the end. I go down this right path, there's a boss at the end. I go down this middle path, there's a boss at the end.
Yeah.
I think that can be a bit too much, but some games do that. I can't think of any examples, but I have felt in games, I go, what? And the thing is, I don't think they even have bosses now. It's more they just, like, they use the term like elite enemies, or like, but they're like little mini bosses, like.
Let me give you a metaphor for what bosses are. When you're cooking food, right, you need your seasoning, right? Bosses are seasoning. You know why? Because you don't need too much. You just need enough. So it's not bland.
Yeah, if you don't have enough, it's bland. If you add too much, or you can't eat that.
You can't eat it because it's bad for you. You're gonna get a heart attack. Your arteries are gonna tighten up, and you're gonna suffocate in your sleep.
So finish your bosses.
Finish your bosses. Add a little bit, just enough. Just give it that little base, that seasoning.
It's a difficult balance.
It is just some garlic and onions. You ain't gotta do too much.
But I don't think it's an exact science, though. It depends on the game.
It does depend on the game, and that's why there is a science to it.
But not an exact science. They don't go, oh, if your game is 10 hours long, the optimal number of bosses is 4 bosses.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's not as black and white as that. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, it's like if you're playing like an on-rail shooter, you gotta have a boss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely gotta have a boss.
Some games warrant more bosses than others.
There you go.
Like Animal Crossing. If all of a sudden a spaceship come down and it was like Kang and Kodos from The Simpsons,
oh my God,
and I had to fight them, that would be offbeat.
No, it would be even more offbeat. It wasn't even anything cartoony like that. It's just a fucking like Resident Evil boss. You just get like
like black goo.
Yes. No, what was the other one from Nemesis? Nemesis appears.
Shit.
He's like, no, don't take my bells. Now I'm gonna take your life.
Mr. Nook, help me. Wait, is it Mr. Nook?
Yeah, Mr. Nook's the one where you gotta pay. I haven't played Animal Crossing. Olivia can tell you that. She played the new one.
Oh, I love it. It's amazing.
You know, I need to. I know it's one of those games you just switch on, you play for like a few hours and you put it down.
Oh yeah.
But I just didn't buy it. I don't know.
I bought it and loved it. I bought it just before the country went into lockdown.
Oh, perfect. That was when I bought Mystery Dungeon.
No, it wasn't, because we were chatting before it went into lockdown.
We was chatting. Yeah.
Both of us were talking that we picked the same starter Pokemon, Bulbasaur.
I did. You know what happened to me recently? I tried to pick up that game, right? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do all the post-game content.
Oh, it's a grind.
It's a grind, and I was doing like a really strong dungeon. I died. I thought I could cheat the system by just like closing the app before I even something happened. Went back in. It's like, nah, son.
You have to save beforehand. I swear.
Yeah, it's like, nah. It wasn't even like. It says your Pokemon are still dead. You need to get help. And I'm like, no one's playing this game online right now. What am I supposed to do? I'm not restarting the whole game.
No, not restart the whole game. You just restart the dungeon.
I think you restart the dungeon. I think you have to get someone to rescue your Pokemon.
No, you don't have to.
You don't?
No, I'm pretty sure you can just go, don't rescue me, and you just wipe out.
I think so. I think I lost all my
Because
items.
imagine how stupid that would be.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I remember that you had to go save your Pokemon. I was like, wait.
Yeah, no, they did that. They used to do it in the older ones. I actually prefer the original Mystery Dungeon Blue. I just think it's a bit of a cleaner game.
The only thing, I think this one's better for just...
I think it's better because it's got more content.
Yeah.
But I just think the original is just cleaner.
I don't like the grind. I hate the grind in this game.
Yeah, I think this one's got more of a grind than the original.
I hate the grind in this game.
This one feels like I have to grind everything. And I played the original not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I did everything in it. And it didn't feel that bad.
I hate the grinding. It's like, oh, you gotta go to Makihita's dojos and go gold tickets to get your shit. It's like,
that's a completely new thing. I don't like that because it stops you from actually going into dungeons and doing rescues.
Yes and no. I don't mind still going to do like rescues. It's just that everything will smack me in 2 hits now, unless I go and like overpower myself.
Yeah, which is annoying. That's what I didn't like about Sword and Shield with the candies.
Oh my god, what the fuck was this?
I don't know what they were thinking with that, man.
Literally, before like, it was like the second gym, I was like, why am I Pokemon like level 35?
Bro, I was just like, so wait, I can just candy up. Before I completed the game, I had like 4 Pokemon level 100. Like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I didn't like it, but I'm gonna do it.
Just to note, guys, we're massive Pokemon nerds, so...
Oh yeah, we love the game.
We love the games, so don't take this as we're shitting on Pokemon.
No, I just think I think what they do is they cater for a younger audience because that's originally what the Pokemon games were for, weren't they? I mean, I've played my first Pokemon game when I was like 6.
I think
even younger, probably. I don't even know. I was guessing.
Yeah, I think they just need to just don't make it too easy. Just. Gamers aren't complete morons.
That's what I'm saying. The candy thing is ridiculous.
Even kids, little kids are playing fucking Fortnite and building like 40-story flats in like 5 seconds. So like,
oh no, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Like kids are capable.
Do you know what's the funny thing about Fortnite?
What?
I played the single player.
Oh,
way before
yeah.
the multiplayer side come out. I think it was called like Save the World or something.
Yeah,
Like Save the World.
You had to build shit and like stop aliens from coming in or some shit like that.
No, it was that zombie thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
I didn't think it was great. And then like so this is my whole thing with Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite because of that single player.
Really?
I've only ever played one multiplayer match.
I played about 3.
I'm not a fan.
And the highest I ever got to was like 3rd place.
I mean, I don't even remember.
And I was just like,
I'm not a fan of
this is
battle
kinda
royales
boring.
anyway, to be honest.
Me neither. Like the only battle royale that I think is good is Tetris 99.
I enjoyed the one that was on Black Ops 4, Blackout.
Blackout's pretty cool.
I enjoyed that. That's
cool.
probably the most I've played of a battle royale.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that because I thought it was the best balance. I know. I mean, people love Warzone. People absolutely bang the shit out of Warzone, but I've played a handful of the games and preferred Blackout. I thought Blackout was better.
Blackout's cool. You know what? You know why Blackout's cool? Because Black Ops 4 is a good game.
Black Ops 4 was a good game. I was watching. I think it was one of the FaZe Clan play it because
it went for free. It went free on PS Plus, I think.
I did, yeah. I know, but I won't go back and play it.
I really like the game. It's just monetization is pretty shit on it, but I think it's a good game.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun, but I was watching one of the FaZe Clan people play it because are they one of the people that race to max level?
You know what?
When the game first comes out, there's a couple of people.
A lot of people do that.
Race to max level, and I think it's the FaZe Clan. They always win because they just take.
They live in a gamer house. Yeah, they can literally.
But they just take shifts.
Take a power nap and come back and play it later on.
Exactly. Like I'll play for 8 hours, then you play for 8 hours.
Yeah, they ain't got homework or anything like that.
Well, some of them are like kids and shit in school. Like I was watching this one guy. He was British and he was in like sixth form.
Oh wow.
He was playing after school every day. But he was sick. Oh, he was one of the best ones I was seeing. But because they were all like, this was the sickest thing, and this is why I really loved watching it. It's like because they were all different types of COD players.
Yeah.
They would just smash all the challenges on all the guns. So like one of them was like a sniper player. One of them was like a run and gun with like an SMG, like AR guy, like someone did like LMGs and stuff. It was just like
The LMGs in that game were really good as well.
oh, what was it, the RPD or something?
RPK, I think, or RPD, or
One
something
of
like
them,
that.
one
Yeah.
of them.
There's the Hades as well.
I did like that game.
It is a good game. Like,
Do you know what it kind of reminded me of with like with the special?
Overwatch.
It kind of reminded me of Overwatch a little bit because I only like objective based
Hold up, one
game
thing.
modes.
fuck Overwatch. All right, continue.
And you don't mean that really.
Look, all right.
You've sunk more hours into that than anyone I know.
Listen, podcast peeps, let me tell you something, man. Overwatch was a very special thing to me from like season 3 to like season 6, around there.
Season 3 was my highlight.
Season 4 was really good to me. I like the Mercy change. I had a lot of fun just playing that game.
Oh, I didn't like the Mercy change.
Oh, I exploited the shit out of that.
I didn't like the Mercy change. I think I stopped playing when... What was the black guy with the gun that come in?
Oh, Baptiste.
Baptiste. I stopped playing then.
Yeah, I was
I
around.
kind of dropped off when the big hamster ball... Hammond?
Hammond.
Oh no, it's not Hammond. It's Wrecking Ball.
Wrecking Ball. I don't know why I changed that. I don't know.
But the hamster's Hammond, but the thing is Wrecking
Wrecking
Ball.
Ball.
I stopped when... I kind of fell off when he was introduced.
Yeah.
I did like Hammond though, because I did like the Wrecking Ball mechanic where you would like cling
Oh
to
yeah,
something.
it was very mechanical. Like it was really something that Overwatch needed. So just like hold this trigger to win,
Yeah.
aka fucking
Everyone.
Brigitte. No, like there are a lot of like heroes that need mechanical like skill,
a
like
lot.
Genji, Widowmaker.
Oh yeah, no, but there, I was talking more of tanky players. Like Reinhardt was stand here with RT or whatever it is on a PC and just
Yeah.
hold your shield up.
I hate
To be
playing
a good
Reinhardt.
to be a good Reinhardt player, to just be a good Reinhardt player, not the best. All you have to do is know when to have your shield up and when to have it down. That's it.
and
and when
stay
to
on the
move.
fucking payload. Don't go on a solo city tour.
If you want to be a good Reinhardt, that's all you have to do. To be the best Reinhardt, you need to know when to throw your fire strikes, when to charge, everything.
Yeah, easily. Like I was a tank, you idiot, tank main. I was a tank main. I hated playing Reinhardt. It was so
I
non-gameplay
never
to me.
played. I never played him.
I only played Diva,
I played Diva.
Zarya.
I like Zarya.
loved Zarya because it was just like
She stayed relatively the same as well. They barely buffed or nerfed her.
Yeah.
Which is why I liked it, because I thought she was probably one of the most balanced characters.
oh, she's so good.
I was very good with her.
But
at
she
one
doesn't
point.
work on every comp, which is what got
No.
on my nerves. And I was like, I don't want to play Reinhardt. Reinhardt is boring. Like,
You could play Orisa.
Riss is boring too. Oh, watch the choke point.
I think she was less boring than Reinhardt.
Less boring, but when I'm playing
To be fair, less
Overwatch,
boring doesn't mean better.
I don't want to play Time Crisis.
True.
I don't want to just sit there as like, go, and just move up a little bit. Oh, God.
That's actually a really
Good.
good.
Time Crisis is fucking lit. Someone on my Twitter actually mentioned Time Crisis. And I was like, I remember just,
They get up to like Time Crisis 4 or 5 or something.
I don't know.
Is that just an arcade game? Because I remember playing them on like PS2, like back in the day.
There was a moment in time where people wanted a lot of arcade games on console.
I liked that.
Because there was like Turtles in Time on the SNES. You had House of the Dead.
House of the Dead,
on
that's what I was
Dreamcast.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a moment in time where consoles weren't strong enough to play arcade games, so we had to go our own versions of them, and then we started catching up to arcade perfect games.
But do you know what I find mental now? Consoles can fully support like the gun thing
Yeah,
with like the sensor and everything, but yet that stuff doesn't really come out. I remember my brother had was it the wand on the PlayStation 3?
Yeah.
And you could put it in a thing
Just
that
a shell.
looked like a gun.
Yeah.
And he had like a House of the Dead on there.
There was House of the Dead Overkill on Wii.
That was it. Overkill.
Yeah.
He had
You know
Overkill.
what's really bugging me? I don't understand why.
I think that was a terrible one though, from what I understand.
It was okay from what I remember. Like, it wasn't like House of the Dead 2.
Do you know what they should do? do like you know how like people do like the bundles of like remaster remakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Time Crisis 1, 2, 3 remake, remaster, whatever on next gen console.
They're doing a House of the Dead remake on Switch.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's coming out sometime the end of this year. I don't know, but
What, the original one?
I think
or
they're doing
like-
the originals.
Oh, so like there's gonna be one like 1, 2, 3.
I don't quote me. I think it's just 1 and 2.
Okay.
But
I'll be honest with you, I can't remember like the distinction between any of them.
no, it's
I
literally.
remember Time Crisis 2 and Time Crisis 3. What was the evil guy? It was something dog. Crazy dog. Wild dog.
All I remember in House of the Dead was G and Rogan. Those are the like main characters.
I can't. I only ever played House of the Dead in like bowling alley arcades.
Yeah, that's what you do. Like you go watch a movie.
No, but I had Time Crisis 2 and 3 on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, you was the coolest kid on the block. If you had like a light gun and
No,
the
but I
time.
didn't. It was I was just using the pad.
Oh, you crazy as fuck, bro.
Yeah. I was just using the pad.
That's crazy.
And do you know what I had on PS1? And I'm pretty sure no one's ever heard of this game. It was called Hot Shot. You heard of Hot Shot?
Hot Shots golfing?
No,
Hot Shots?
it was a shooting game. It was a shooting game called Hot Shot.
Let me bring it up on my computer. One second.
Bring it up. PS1 Hot Shot.
Just Hot Shot, singular.
I'm pretty sure it was called Hot Shot. Put PS1.
It's Hot Shot golf.
It wasn't golf. It was definitely not golf. Yes.
Oh my god.
And it was like you move. It was like analog move and like you shoot and stuff.
This is definitely the game you pick up on like a random Saturday and it's like on clearance for like £10.
Bro, I don't even know how I got it. It's just back in the day when you just had games and you don't even know where you got them from.
Yes.
But I had this pinball game. It was called Elemental Pinball. And it was probably the best pinball game I've ever played in my life. But I don't even know where I got it. And my dad used to bang it out. I used to wake up and my dad was playing on my PlayStation 1.
Fam, like dads and uncles back in the day, like they just had like connects to get like some random games. Like I swear I had an uncle, his name called Leroy, and like this motherfucker had every single game console just out of nowhere. He would just be like, oh shit, I got that new House of the Dead. I'm like, how the fuck do you have this? Your shit just came out like...
Do you remember those back in the day when people would be like, hey yo, I've got this, and it was like, hey, it's not even out
yeah,
yet.
how you get this shit? This shit coming out next week.
Yeah.
Oh, some guy
Stuff like that don't happen no more, you know.
It used to happen like, remember when NW2 dropped and it came out 3 days early?
Oh, it was a website. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
like Play 2? Or was it Shop 2? Shop 2, yeah.
People got it like 3 days early. Yeah.
Can I remember,
and people
like-
used to do it with FIFA as well.
And FIFA. But like you get fucking lawsuits up the arse for that shit now. You can't.
They don't do it anymore. They're
There's a
still
lot.
operating Shop 2.
Yeah, I still shop at them. I think I bought a new game from them recently. I'm getting
I
No More
don't-
Heroes free.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I can't wait. I've been waiting for that game since we. Oh,
Yeah, you loved No More Heroes.
it's one of my favorite hack and slashes of all time. I probably like it a little bit more than Bayonetta.
Can't say I've ever really played it as much. I've played it a little bit, but I
Yeah.
was never a big
Hack and slash
Wii
game.
fan.
Yeah. Do you like hack and slash games?
Yeah. Yeah. I think as I've got older, I've preferred a game where I can sort of sit down, sort of take my time.
Yeah.
Because, well, I was gonna say, at the moment, so I said earlier that I'll come back to it, but I got a PS5 now.
Oh, here we go.
I got a PS5 now.
Let's go.
So what I've been doing since the release of, well, it's now current gen, but still people call it next gen. It's technically current gen.
Technically, it's current gen. Yeah.
But with the release of the Xbox Series X and Series S and the PS5, I said to myself, I'm not gonna buy any games until I get my PS5, because I don't want to play anything on
Your
an Xbox
PS4
One or a PS4
yeah.
because I don't see the point.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
I've been waiting until I got it. So similar with as I'm saying with Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I could have bought that on my Xbox or PS4.
True.
But I was like, no, I want to get my PS5 and then buy it for my PS5. But I didn't get my PS5 when it came out.
When did you get your PS5? I know you've been talking to a bunch of people in the chat trying to get you like the PS5. I know Army's got the drop.
Yeah, no, he was the one that got it for me.
Yeah. He gets a drop. Shout out to Ahmed.
Yeah, some people are talented at getting it.
Yeah, I didn't even know you had that kind of connect.
But you can still do it if you're looking to get one.
Not until next year.
Not until next year.
So
there's no real exclusive PS5 games out at the moment. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I really want to play the new Assassin's Creed game because I heard it was decent. Valhalla.
Valhalla. Oh yeah, that's
I've
right.
just been playing that.
Oh,
I've sunk like 110 hours into it.
nice.
But that type of game, and single player sort of, it doesn't necessarily have to be open world, but open world, like you go and do stuff, missions. Like I thought the story was alright.
You know,
I mean, Assassin's Creed's mental. Like, if you try and follow it from the very first Assassin's Creed to now, I don't know how you can.
It's one of those games where it
take
just
it
kind
on
of got away with itself.
Yeah, I take it on a game by game basis.
That's what you got to do.
Like,
You got to do like Zelda.
you're just a person. You go into a machine. You go into the memories or the mind of someone in the past, and there's the Templars and the assassins. That's it.
That's what you got.
That's all I care. And if the story's decent, as in they tell it decently, and I think they did. I would say it's one of the better Assassin's Creed games.
The only thing I don't like is that I don't.
You've never really got into Assassins.
I
have you?
never really did. I liked Assassin's Creed 2
Ezio Auditore.
and Black Flag. Auditore, yeah. Like they're good games.
Black Flag was decent.
Maybe I'm bugging. 'Cause I might say something that might get me in trouble. Every Ubisoft game to me plays the same,
Yeah, they have a similar mechanic.
and I kind of don't like that. Like they're cool, they're functional, they're fine, but I kind of know what I'm getting myself into when I boot up a Ubisoft game nowadays.
Yeah, I think they approach things very similar. So I that's what I'm saying. I kind of take it for like the story, and like the historic element of it. Like it's cool to see like it's because it's England.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Is
because
it like
you go from Norway and you're a Viking, and you go to England, around whatever time period that is. I'm not even sure, but like
That's like Vikings were like 1400s.
bro, I don't know.
I'm not a scholar.
even
Do
know.
not yell at me if I get
Bro,
this
I've been
shit
playing
wrong.
the game and I don't even know. But like it's all like greenery and shit. Like it's all forests and little villages and towns and stuff.
I can like, you know.
But it's nice, man. It's just that. But that's why I wanted my PlayStation 5, because a game like that will
Sorry.
have nice spectacle. You
Yeah.
look out and you go, "Wow, that looks nice."
You know what's the first thing I thought about when you mentioned Vikings and like greenery and shit? Fucking
Oh my god, where are we going?
Monty Python. What's the one where
Which Monty?
the one there in Camelot?
What? Life of Bright? No,
It's not like it's the other
Holy
one.
Grail. Holy
Yeah,
Grail,
that's
Holy
what I
Grail.
thought because I fucking loved that film.
Oh, like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of that setting. Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
of the scene where the guy's running and he keeps
Bro,
like repeating.
You get Excalibur in the game.
You have to have Excalibur. If I'm playing a game and I'm in the UK, it doesn't matter what time period I'm got to get Excalibur.
Yeah.
If I'm playing
You
GTA
get
London
Thor's hammer as well.
and Force Hammer, if I'm playing GTA London, give me the Excalibur. Make me break into the museum and give me the Excalibur.
But I don't even think it's real.
Make it real, shit. The fuck?
Well, in a game, of course, they make it real.
Yeah.
But that's what I really like about Assassin's Creed, because they blend like real life with like mythology, and they kind of explain it away as in like all this ancient stuff is just like ancient, and like there's people that are like custodians of these ancient
Yeah.
sects or like organizations, and that's what I kind of like.
I think the history is definitely really cool.
Obviously, like it's all bogus and shit. Like none of it's actually real. There might be like things
Loosely tied it in.
I love it when you boot up the game. It goes like the
The
whole thing.
events and depicted
Yeah.
are, either satirical or blah blah blah.
Yeah, if there's any names or whatever places, it's all coincidences and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's based in real life, but it's not real life.
It's inspired by real life.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I like that.
I think games like, I think it's like the whole argument: does life imitate art, or does art imitate life?
Ooh, deep.
Yeah, I love that because what's crazy?
It's kind of like the chicken and the egg a bit.
Yeah, because you know what's crazy? There's some shit that I see in a movie play out in real life.
Well, say that again. That just blew my mind.
There's some shit I see play out in a movie that plays out in real life.
Like what?
So this is gonna sound alright. We're not like a messy celebrity topic podcast, by the way, but this shit just makes me laugh. So I don't know if you heard about what happened with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, where they Will kind of spoke to her about how she calls it an entanglement with August Alsina.
Yeah, that upset me, man.
You know what's
That
funny?
upset me.
In the film Menace to Society, she plays a character where her baby daddy's in prison and she sort of starts getting with his best friend. And so I mean, that's what I think. Does life imitate art, or does art imitate life?
I mean, you could argue she was born to play that role.
Oof. Oh, fuck.
I mean, did you just hit your head?
I just hit my head on the wall.
I mean, have you seen I know we'll talk about video games in a sec, but have you seen that letter that Willow wrote about Tupac?
The Tupac. Oh,
I actually wanted to cry when I read that letter.
I couldn't read that shit because I'm like, just give Will Smith a break.
Like, I don't know Will Smith. He comes across as an absolute lovely individual,
Yeah, he
and
seems
I
chill.
would love to sit down with him, maybe on this podcast, and talk about stuff, music
One
or
day.
films, maybe.
One day.
Will Smith, come on now, help the little guy out.
Help the little guy. But back to video
Yeah.
games.
What was I saying? Yeah, Assassin's Creed, man. As I said, I like it. It's not one of them serious games, but I love it. And so I've got kind of a list of games. I can only play one game at once at the moment. I can't juggle because I don't play many games. I don't have much time to play a lot of games.
Yeah, like when you hit that age where you're just like pushing
Work.
30 and you're working and shit, you can't really play the games as much. Like a lot of my gameplay comes from like after work or just when I'm streaming.
Yeah, because you bang that out, man. Like I'm more when I'm sort of finished at work. Like I just like to just chill, watch some stuff. Like I go through phases. Like I'll go through a phase where I'm not touching any game.
Yeah.
And I'll just be watching a bunch of like TV shows or anime or whatever.
That happens to me like sometimes
I think
now.
you play more games than I do, though.
Yeah, because I gotta get my fixing. I gotta play the new games. I gotta like I got a spreadsheet.
You like to have your like fingers on the pulse of it all. I think.
Yeah, I have to because like if I'm trying to be like a content creator for video games, I
Yeah.
gotta make sure I'm keeping up.
No, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Like I got a whole spreadsheet of games I'm actually want to get actually.
You want to get?
Yeah, hold on.
Do you know what I want to play? That I'm so happy is now on PlayStation. Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium.
You not heard of Disco Elysium? Add it to your spreadsheet.
What the fuck is Disco Elysium?
It was on PC like a little while ago, and apparently it's just amazing.
Here we go.
Oh my days! You have loads of games.
So these are the games I've finished.
Oh, I wouldn't even bother with Legend of Mana.
That's why I put it as maybe.
Oh, you got Mario Golf. I heard it kind of is meh.
I'm not like Olivia likes it. I think it's cool.
just a fun game.
I was looking at this. She's playing Skyward. So she's probably just playing it next door. Skyward Sword HD.
Again, I wasn't. People love Skyward Sword. That was one of the games I did play on my Wii. I have no real.
It's
like,
alright.
I have no real ambition to go back to it.
I didn't at first, but I've been watching her play and I said I might play this.
What ends with you?
I might play that.
Have you played the original?
Nah, we'll probably play it one
Play
day.
the original before this because I don't know if this is a sequel.
I don't know either.
I don't know if it's sort of like a reimagination of it or if it's like a direct sequel.
Somebody will tell me. I was looking at The Ascent because that looks pretty cool. It's like a top-down sort of like third-person action RPG.
I've heard people talk about The Ascent. I think people say it's decent.
Yeah.
But see, you've got so many games on here, man. Like, I will barely touch any of these.
These are just some things I just wanted to get. Like, obviously I've got to get WarioWare.
Wait, Tales of Arise, is that a Tales game?
Yeah.
Oh my days!
It looks
I didn't
pretty
even
good.
know they had another one coming out.
Yeah, man. I've been watching everything. I keep my finger on the pulse.
Yeah, no, you do. You fully do.
Gotta get that Metroid Dread.
Metroid, I'll probably play.
Oh my
Out of all the
god.
games on there that I've seen so far, Diablo and Metroid are probably the only two I might. And it's not even a definite yes, it's a might.
I don't know if I want to get Diablo.
Why?
I don't want to support Blizzard.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that. About that in a sec.
Alright, so let me just talk about it right now. Because it's not even so much like how can I really start it off?
To be fair, I think give an overview of what's happened.
So if you don't know,
I know what's going on, but I think you know a lot more than I do.
I don't know.
Give me a rundown.
To sum it all up, there's been a lawsuit filed in the state of California to Activision Blizzard regarding a lot of sexual harassment allegations. These are all allegations. I'm not going to say this is true. This is a lawsuit that's been filed, so I don't know yet. Allegedly, but there is a lot of evidence pertaining to alleged sexual harassment, sexual assault, and just very sexist work culture.
Yep.
And it just makes me annoyed because I'm like, man, stop being weird around the women.
And we're in 2021 now.
Yeah, like stop being weird around women, bro.
Like this shit been flying back in the day.
A long time. It's been going on for a long time apparently. But like, man, just stop being weird around women, man. That shit just corny. Just like stop being weird. Like, oh my
I remember
god.
we had a conversation a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and we were saying how, and there is a lot of stereotyping in this sort of way of thinking, but these big guys in gaming industry, and I'm not even just saying Blizzard in general, I'm saying the gaming industry in general,
Yeah.
they were nerdy computer guys.
Yeah, they were nerds.
And I don't think it's wrong in saying any of that, and I don't think it's offensive to say any of that, because we're nerdy computer guys.
No, it's cool to be a nerd now. Nerds are running the world.
But that's what I'm saying. Like back in like the 80s and the 70s, when these guys were growing up,
Yeah, like
especially in America. I mean, I only go by what I see on TV, but it's very cliquey. More cliquey than I would say in the UK. We have cliques.
Yeah.
I don't think we have cliques like that. Whenever I think of cliques, I think of High School Musical, and they're all sitting at their
like,
different tables.
High School Musical and Glee and all those places. Yeah.
And it's cliquey.
Yeah, it's
like,
cliquey.
You think at our lunchroom table, it was just a group of guys. We went to an all boys school. It's not like we excluded girls. We went to an all boys
Yeah.
school. There was just a bunch of guys, but we were all from different walks of life.
Yeah, but I would say it was cliquey because like certain people sit with certain people. It's cool to have like your little groups. Like
But I would say there's less cliques in the UK than there are in America, because there's like sports cliques,
yeah. Like
and we don't have that.
our ecosystem in terms of social ecosystem in like school is different than America. Like
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's like nerds and like there's still like that kind of cliquey kind of thing, like people that do well in school, and like the people that kind of look down on the people that do well in school.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, not like in America. As I said, there's that sportsy cliques. It's like the clubs sort of. Like depending on what club.
Like you're the chess club guy. He's like the football
exactly,
team guy. This
exactly.
person's like.
And there's also like the popular cliques as well. Again, I'm going by like TV.
Yeah,
This might not be.
this
like
might not be the case.
And I hope it's not, because it's not good to put people of a young age in that category. But I digress.
Yeah.
These when they were younger, these guys, they were the nerdy people, and most likely were shitted on by the popular jockey kind of sportsy clique guys.
They got curved by the hot girl.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they got it happens. Like, but you the thing about that is, I know like people are gonna hold on to that shit. Listen, people, if you are finishing high school or secondary school or college or whatever, let it go. Let it go. Like if the people that you think are cool now are probably peaked in secondary
Let
school.
me put it this way, like, and I have no sort of like disrespect to anyone that I went to school with, but the people that I wasn't even cool with in school, that I would have said are the bad kids, when I see them like just walking about where we live, because we all live in a sort of a similar area, because we still live around where we went to school and stuff, they are the nicest people to see. They go, "Oh, Jamie, it's so good to see you."
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's amazing to see them, but they never spoke to me like this when we were in school.
Yeah, some of them like go on to do wild things and they like start businesses. Like I know a lot of people that were bad kids and now they start businesses. That's good.
Oh no, yeah, amazing.
Other ones though, some of them are either in prison, some of them are either drug addicts, some of them are just straight bummy and
But if
dusty.
you saw them, they would still come up to you and be like, "Oh, Shag, it's so good to see."
Yeah.
Where they wouldn't have spoken to you like that necessarily in school.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when you're saying by let it go. Because once you let it go and people move on, these cliques and factions sort of disappear.
Yeah, like, but to get to like what we'll talk about, like,
Yeah, we're digressing a
We're
lot.
digressing a lot, but these nerds were probably like curved at school, made fun of, whatever. So when they get into position of power, they abuse it.
That's
Essentially,
that's effectively what we were trying to say.
Yeah, and which is why I was saying.
And I mean, just to play devil's advocate, there's a cause and effect to that train of thought. They're shitted on by society as kids. and then there's almost like a social awkwardness that they don't know what to do with when they have this power. They know when they were in school that these cool kids used to get all the girls and all the everything, so they use their power to get the girls. But because they don't know how to conduct themselves as proper human beings,
Stop being weird around women.
exactly,
Stop it.
they do weird shit.
Let me give you.
And the issue is with them 100% because they shouldn't be doing that. They should know better. But also the issue is with, why the fuck was it not why was it not sorted out when they were kids?
Because no one knows that they have trauma when you don't know when you have trauma until
True.
later on in life, and then where it's affecting all kinds of shit. Like, oh, why do I have a panic attack when I suddenly hear fireworks?
True.
Like, you don't know. Like, that's what I mean.
True,
Like, trauma
true.
affects you in different ways. But
And power.
let me give you a saying. That's what I was gonna say. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
True.
So
True. Yeah. Yeah.
when people get a hold of power, of course it corrupts. Doesn't matter if they're good or bad or whatever or neutral. When you have power, you want to use that shit.
And it's no secret as well, and I think it's been well documented. The gaming industry is a boys' club.
Easily.
Is a massive boys'
It's
club.
a massive boys' club.
I mean, there's many fantastic female developers,
like journalists,
journalists,
like,
yeah,
even
content creators of video games.
yeah, there's definitely like women and like all types of people just in the
and
community.
more of them are going into it, I think.
Well, yeah, I would like to hope that a lot of them aren't particularly put off by this, of course, and they are still
I
seeking
don't
that.
necessarily like just gaming in general. So
Yeah.
whether that be content creating, journalism, or going into like development and stuff.
Yeah, but it is a boys' club. There is a
is
lot
a
of
boys',
shit
yeah.
that needs to be discussed. A lot of you nerds that do shitting on women just need to let it go. Go have a fucking shower, shave your face, lose some weight. I don't care. Like, stop being weird to women, bro. Just like, fuck. Like, what you got? Like, let me tell you something, right? This is a cheat code right here. This is a cheat code. The way to attract women is to just hold a conversation, don't stink like a fish, and groom yourself.
And people might be looking at this and thinking we're having a go at people, but I think it's fair to say we were these guys before to a certain extent.
To a certain extent. I wasn't out here hating on women. Yeah, I was a little bit
I think
nerdy.
we were both nerdy.
You know, I was.
Awkward teenage sort of guys. We never really were like ladies' men, were we?
I'll tell you what, right? I wasn't the pussy destroyer. I swear to God, I wasn't the pussy destroyer. I was just in my room playing Diablo, chilling. Like, but you just gotta have some tough love. This is tough love. One day I had a realization, is like, the reason why I'm not getting no shine is because I'm boring. I just
Yeah.
need to know how to talk to people. Stop talking about PlayStation when you're talking to women. Ask them about their life. What job do they do?
And also, there's you don't have to rush this thing.
You don't have to.
Like people, we live in a society where people think we've gone well off video
We
games.
kind of
haven't
have
we?
gone off topic.
But we live in a society.
So let's
where-
wrap this up. Let's quickly.
We'll wrap this up. We live in a society where people think everything has to be sorted and done by the age you're like, by like 20, 25. And if you're not done, then your life's over.
Yeah.
And do you know what I love? Do you know what I love? I see all these pictures and quotes of like, not necessarily famous people, but like people of influence. Like I can't remember who it is, but it's that fashion lady, Vera something.
You lost me, but I'm
But she's in like her 70s.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
didn't design her first dress until she was like 40 odd.
yeah, man.
So she went from 0 to like 40 whatever as a regular, boring, normal person doing the daily grind as anyone else, and then got to 40 odd. I can't remember the exact age. I'm sorry. And then she made it. We
Yeah.
don't have to make it. We don't have to know who we are. We don't have to figure it out. You figure it out when you figure it out. Don't rush things.
in the words of T.I., stay patient, partner. Your time will come true, man. Like, he probably didn't say that shit, but listen, just guys, sex is overrated. Just fucking focus on yourself. Stop being a weirdo around women. That's what I gotta say. Just stop it.
And back to video games.
And back to video games. How you feel about this new Pokemon Gen 4 remake coming out?
The chibi one.
Yeah.
Fine.
You fine?
I'm just fine, man.
I want to see what they do with these events. I want to see what they do with these events and the online features that we had in the last game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just fine with it.
Because
I think people enjoyed Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't think it was amazing. I think it was okay.
It was.
I don't think they've made an amazing Pokemon game in a very long time.
That's fair.
That's fair.
No.
They've made some okay to decent ones. I don't think they've particularly made bad ones.
I think I'm getting my wish though.
What is your wish?
So 2 years ago, like 2 years ago, I made a video. Oh my god!
Sorry, you made a video
on my YouTube channel, right? And it was about Pokemon needs to evolve.
It does, yeah.
Essentially, what I said is that Pokemon's in this position now where they don't have to play the game. And what I mean by play the game, they don't have to make a game that everyone expects them to make. They can make whatever the fuck they want.
But this is what I was saying earlier with the ROM hacks. They're the best Pokemon games I've ever played.
Yeah.
Because people experiment with things.
There you go. And like, it's like you're at this stage in like the franchise. It's the most successful media franchise of all time, Pokemon.
Is it?
Yeah, it's bigger than Star Wars and Star Trek.
What? I mean, I do understand that because they've literally got everything.
Like, they got everything.
They got movie, TV show, cards, games, merch. Like,
I'm pretty sure there's like a Pokemon dildo at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Don't look that up. You'll probably
Instead of balls, it's Pokeballs.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But at this point, Pokemon could make something and experiment with the lore and like the media that they've built
They kind
over
of did
the
in
year.
Gen 5.
They kind of did in Gen 5. And why I say I'm starting to get my wish is because the moment I made that video, we got a Mystery Dungeon remake.
So are you saying you influenced Game Freak and Nintendo?
I put something out there in the universe.
And they saw it?
Maybe, who knows?
Like my Samurai Creed.
Oh my god, that's probably how we got Sekiro, to be honest. But I put that out there in the universe, and we started getting a remake of that. The new Pokemon Legends game looks pretty cool.
I don't know what it is yet.
It looks interesting.
It's piqued my interest. I don't know what it is yet.
It does look interesting.
Until I know what it is, I reserve judgment.
And we got Pokemon Unite.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things on that.
It is pay to win.
Yeah.
But it's still like they're experimenting.
And it's very limited as well, isn't there? Only like 7 Pokemon or whatever it is.
There's a lot more. There's a decent roster of Pokemon.
But when there's 800.
You don't have to use all of them.
You don't have to use all of them.
To be fair, I'm happy that they're not using 800 Pokemon because that meta would be out of control.
But at least more than... I think there's only like 10 or something.
Yeah.
Like I said 7 before, but I think there's only a very small number of Pokemon on Pokemon Unite.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's have a little Google.
Unite.
Have a little Google. Yeah, look at that. First thing, tier list.
So what do we got here?
Oh, what, 20? Is that 20?
I think that was like 17.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They got 21.
And whilst this is coming soon, so make
Okay,
it
fair enough that they're putting things into it.
Mm-hmm.
That I rate that. But to start a Pokemon game where they have 800 odd Pokemon with just 20 Pokemon or 21 Pokemon, and to be fair, they might have added to that. It might have originally released with less, but there's 21 at the moment. I think that's pretty poor, man.
Really?
I do think that's poor.
I think as a MOBA, it's not that bad.
I think that's... Well, only because of how many characters there are. And of course, some of them are the same. As in, some Pokemon...
Yeah, they function the same, but to be honest, less is more.
Less is more, but there's too less. There's too little.
I don't think so.
I
disagree.
think if you put in 50, 60...
You know what? I'm not an expert on MOBAs. I don't know if
I'm
releasing
not either, to be fair. But I'm going from Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on MOBAs, so I don't know if like 20 characters in like a MOBA on launch is enough to like tide you over for a long time. All I'm saying is that Pokemon's really experimenting with what they have.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing.
But this will never be... This is what I fear. They'll do this and think, yeah, we're doing good. But then they'll go, right, we'll make Pokemon Sword and Shield, which was just a fine Pokemon game. All they change is the graphics and how it plays, but the mechanics are exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. But
I mean, but then they try and do stuff like that with Sun and Moon, with the whole, they got rid of the gyms, and it was probably one of the worst Pokemon games I've ever played in my entire life.
I think what did it for me with Sun and Moon, this just made me think I don't like this game, is that they held your hand for that game for way too long. The story was
Do you know
absolute
what?
trash.
I can't remember it all too well. I just know I didn't like it.
The story was trash. Like,
I think
it wasn't
Pokemon
enough.
were alright though.
There was cool Pokemon.
I think there's always cool Pokemon though.
There's always cool Pokemon. There's always at least a handful of Pokemon that you get from each like gen. It's
They
like,
make
oh,
it
that's
at
cool.
least 6, so you can have a party of cool Pokemon.
Yeah, you'll get your OP team, whatever. But
That's all the memes about Diamond and Pearl remake. It's just all going to be the same teams that you had back in the day.
obviously, like,
No, but that's...
but
like,
what can you do with a remake? There's only so much you can do with a remake. Where at this point you're just
can
making
they
a new.
not just put more Pokemon in from different gens from the get-go? Have they done that with other remakes?
Okay, so Leaf
many
Green
remake-
did have Gen 3 Pokemon in it.
Yeah, but
And
did
Gen
that
2.
come later though? That's what I'm saying.
No, not the Gen 3 remake. So the Gen 1 remake,
Yeah,
Leaf
yeah.
Green and Fire Red.
Yeah, no, it did have Gen 3 Pokemon into it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, did that come later, as in later in the story or the progression of the game?
Yeah.
Not from like Route 1.
No, it was post game.
See, this is
Which
what
I
I'm saying.
prefer. I like that.
See, I would say Route 1 straight away. If I'm going from Pallet Town up to whatever the town is above it, and you just get Pidgey and Ratters in that grass, throw a Tailo in there. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Throw a Hoot Hoot in there.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like I've always just preferred. The
I
reason
know what you're saying. But the canon of these games, like the Gen 1 remake on like the timeline of these games, is set after. I just hit the mic.
Yeah.
Is set after Gen 3. So Gen 3 Pokemon have been discovered. They've been brought into Kanto. They're now roaming. Let them roam.
Yeah, no, I understand. I think it'll be different. It'll be a different experience
Like
to get like new Pokemon.
if I was playing Diamond and Pearl remake and there's Gen 6 Pokemon from the get-go,
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is sick, because it gives me different options from the get-go. Because let's face it, everyone sorts their team out, or at least half of their team to 2/3 of their team by like the second and third gym.
Yeah.
And then you kind of reserve a space for like, oh, I know I want that legendary, or I know like the pseudo legendaries later on, and I'm gonna grab that.
Yeah.
That's what people do. Like, you have your starter. Usually you have one of the bird Pokemon.
Usually.
And then just like some cool little ones that you pick up from like the beginning routes.
Here and there, like sort of places like, oh, there's like a Shinx, I'm gonna pick up
Exactly.
a Shinx. Or there's
Exactly.
a fucking what's the pre-evolution of Darmanitan? Fuck.
Darumaka?
Yeah. Darmanitan's my favourite fire Pokemon of all time.
Is it?
It's my favourite fire Pokemon of all time.
That's a bold statement.
It's better than Charizard.
I don't think Charizard's the best fire Pokemon.
Nah, it's overrated. Get off Charizard's dick. All you lot on Charizard's dick all the time.
Unless you have...
And it's not a dragon either.
Unless you want to gift me a PSA 10 Shadowless base Charizard that I can sell for like $500,000.
Oh my god.
You know, I think I had one back in the day.
I knew a kid on my block, right? He was the only person I knew that had the folder of cards.
I did.
Yeah, like
I did as well.
he had everything. Like he had.
Wait, did I have the folder? No, I did have a folder. But I never put them in. I put duplicates in there.
Okay, so in case someone came up to you, start to spin the block, like, yo, give me the cards.
Well, no, it wasn't even just that. It was just-
6-year-old Jamie, give me the fucking cards.
I would trade the fucked up, beat up ones, and then I would replace them with the fresh ones from the binder. Bro, I was smart. I was hustling. Obviously, not hustling enough to keep them, because I promise you, I pulled 2 Charizards
Yeah.
in my like the base Charizard. I think I remember at least one of them being shadowless. Do you know what it means by shadowless?
Educate me.
So on the border of Pokemon cards, there was like a shadow, a black line.
Yeah.
Shadowless, they didn't,
And that made it rarer?
and that makes because it was I think it was a misprint. It was not meant to.
There's shit people will buy with money, bro.
Bro, but a PSA 10, so obviously perfect. Bro, they go for hundreds of thousands of dollars, $500,000 or whatever. I don't know. Like,
Just briefly on the topic of trading cards, because
this links to video games.
This links to video games, sort of.
We'll
Wow.
wrap up soon. We've been going an hour and 20.
Yeah. I had there's 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I had in my possession.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! But I know they cost a lot of money. First one is glass. Is it glass jar or
What the fuck is Glass Jar?
what the fuck is it? Let me find it. There's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Sort of one man, one jar.
Oh
Said
no
that.
no 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 no!
Jar of Greed?
It's like
Pot of Greed?
No, how this can't spell jar? It's like this big ass like. That's it, cyber jar.
Oh, Cyber Jar.
Apparently, that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, because it's a dickhead card.
And I also had fucking Magic Cylinder.
Oh, original.
Yeah, original print. I had this card.
But the thing is, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Unless it was perfect quality, they'd be worth fuck all.
Probably not. It probably won't be worth.
And like, do you know this is what the weird thing I get about collectibles, and this sort of links to video games as well, because people collect video games and never open them and then sell them.
Yeah.
So I remember reading something not that long ago. Oh wait, go on.
No, I know. I think I know what you're gonna say. Keep going.
Is it about Pokemon?
No.
Oh no, you say yours then, because I wasn't sure.
Super Mario 64. There was like some guy actually.
That it might have
owned
been
it,
that actually.
and it was fresh.
I couldn't remember what the game was. I thought it was Pokemon. I think it might have been Super Mario, but I sold it for a bag, innit?
It was something like it was a big bag. It was a hefty bag, like.
But this is what I mean. This is what I don't get about collectibles. Like, these toys or video games or whatever are meant to be played with.
You tell that to someone that buys fucking Beanie Babies. They'll look at you like you're crazy.
Hey, do you want to hear something mad? My mum has a Beanie Baby called Princess,
Okay.
and it's no.
I know. It's just.
But it's a bear, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was made for Princess Diana the year she died. It is the most expensive Beanie Baby that you can sell.
Oh,
However,
shit.
my mum gave it to my sister when she was born, and my sister fucked it up.
That could have been.
Bro, it's worth a lot. It's worth a lot.
That could have been a fucking house in Calais.
Bro, I'm not even joking. It probably could have. It's worth a lot because it was like limited edition. It was the year she died, 97, for Princess Diana. That's what I'm saying. But this is the thing, like, you don't know the value of something until 20 years pass.
Fam, that's why I'm collecting vinyls right now. Like, you see my vinyl collection down
I see
there?
your vinyl collection.
I'm so happy that I got the Pharaoh Monch vinyl down there. Like, for his first album.
To be fair, it probably would be worth quite a lot in the future.
One day it will. It recently
But would you sell it?
I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to my kids.
But if it was worth nothing crazy, but say if it was worth like $6,000, would you sell it? Say it was worth $6,000 right now, would you sell it?
Yeah.
You would sell it?
Because I got a house that needs fixing up. But
you still have that house being fixed up without selling it. Like, we know the value of that is like not like that anyway.
yeah, like the house is still going to happen regardless, but like it would be nice to have that $6,000 right now because I just need some shit going on with this place.
You know what? I think our minds work differently. Because I would look at it and go, it's worth $6,000 now. If it was, how much is it worth in 10 years?
True.
But then it'll be like, how much is it worth in 10 years after that? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's a slippery slope. It is a
Reminds
very
that Jay-Z
slippery
song. Well, there's 2 million. 2 years later, that shit was 3 million.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But really, that's the time. But the Mario, was it Mario 64?
Yeah.
Like,
It was a lot of
imagine a
money.
kid being bought Mario 64 and the kid going, I'm gonna hold on to this. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
It never happened.
Fam, ask me a question. Tell me, like, I don't know where any of my fucking original boxes for my GBA games are right now. I don't know where my Dreamcast magazine is. I couldn't tell you where my fucking, I don't know, what's a rare game?
Will they not be? Well, I don't know.
My grandmother threw away my Dreamcast magazine.
Why?
She thought it was trash. She didn't know what it was. Like, fam, this had a full walkthrough of Sonic Adventure 1.
To be fair, that would be worth something
That would
to
be
someone.
a lot of money because like a lot of Dreamcast shit now is just like
Vintage.
Like
Yeah.
no one knows where it is. If I asked you to find like a Dreamcast demo disc, like you couldn't find that shit.
True.
I got a Dreamcast demo disc, like they're all the way in my mom's house. Like I'm sure they're worth a lot of money.
They've got value.
Definitely
Certainly.
got value.
They've got value. They've got value. The thing is, when I think a lot of money, because I'm again we're digressing from video games. We'll bring it back round and then wrap up.
That's a Dreamcast. That ties
You're
in.
saying Dreamcast. I'm talking Pokemon, which is a franchise that has a video game in it. I watch a lot of Pokemon cards.
The unboxing guys, yeah.
In fact, really sick guy, really sick guy. and he's like friends with like the Sidemen and all them lot.
Oh,
His name's
yeah.
Randolph.
Never heard of him.
Never heard. You might not. He's done
Probably
music
seen him.
before. Beards, wears a hat 9 times out of 10.
You just described yourself right now, bro.
I did, didn't I? Shit.
The hat suits you, though. The hat
I
suits
do
you.
like. I'm liking a
I
hat.
didn't recognize you when you came out. I was like, damn, this is the same dude.
Yeah, man.
I was like, bro.
I'm styling
It's
different
swagged out.
now.
It's swagged out.
I'm styling a little different now. Little different. I got a girl now, so I don't need to impress no one.
Oh, fam, you'll get to this point where you start dressing like J. Cole. It's in my J. Cole fit right now.
But it suits you though.
I
It's
know.
just comfy.
It is comfy.
It's just comfy fit.
It's comfy shit. It's because I've been in not really in lockdown, but because I work from home, I don't really dress up no more.
No, neither do I.
Nah,
Bro, I wear my pajamas.
everyone does. If you ain't at your desk, like,
But I didn't used to. I used to wake up, get ready, and get dressed. Not like into like what I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
But no, I wear my pajamas, bro. I'm a pajama guy. I'm not a boxer guy. You know when people just sleep in their boxers in bed? Never been that kind of guy.
I only started being that guy when I got to like uni.
See, I've never been that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a shorts and t-shirt pajama guy.
T-shirt, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. But like they're like thin ones, innit?
Hmm.
This is weird. Why are we doing that?
All right, we got like 5 minutes left on this. Let's wrap up with some more game talk.
Okay. Games you're excited for then?
Metroid.
Like that's been. They don't necessarily have to have a release date. That just been announced. Games you're excited for?
So let's see. Metroid Dread coming out very soon. No more-
Excited though.
very excited to play that game because it's like the first sort of like because we got a remake for Metroid 2 from the Game Boy like a few years back, which was cool. I didn't really play it, but I thought okay, cool.
Okay.
But we haven't seen like a 2D Metroid game
In a while.
in a long like
Yeah.
a brand new 2D Metroid game since Metroid Prime.
I get the excitement. I'm just not excited.
Yeah, I think Metroid Fusion. We haven't. That's a long time. That's GBA.
It's what, like 20?
20 years. So I'm excited for that. No More Heroes 3 is coming out at the end of this month. I'm excited for that. I don't think you've heard of this game.
Probably not.
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
No, absolutely not.
If I show you this game, you'll know why I'm excited for it.
Why does it sound like a Jet Set Radio type of game?
Because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Do you know what? I didn't even. I just had to guess because that's your vibe.
That
Innit?
is my vibe.
People also search for Jet Set Radio. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you love your Jet Set Radio.
Yeah. Oh my god. They dropped a new gameplay trailer
So you're
for it.
excited for this?
I'm very, very excited.
See, man, I wish I had your excitement for games because I'm not on this.
All of these
kind
are from my Switch though.
Yeah, I like my Switch.
I love my Switch. Like it's.
I'm liking my PS5 though. It's just clean, bro. It's clean.
If there's games I want to get for my PS5 is Ratchet and Clank,
That's my next game I'm going to play after Assassin's Creed.
Demon Souls, and
Again, I need to cop that. But do you know what? That game will go cheap eventually on a
oh
sale.
hell yeah, it's a launch title, isn't it? 5 games.
Miles Morales?
Kinda. I feel like there's one more game and Returnal. I want to get.
Oh, you want to play Returnal?
Yeah.
Okay,
That looks
okay.
good. That looks good. And that's really it for me for PS3. Just those 3 games.
PS5.
PS5.
bro.
God
Jesus
damn.
Christ.
Where am I? Is this 2006?
Fucking
Jesus.
Time warp, right?
Time
there.
war right there, man.
Excited. See, you have excitement for games, and I rate it so much. I'm excited for games that don't even have release dates yet. Like, oh god, what's it called? Breath of the Wild 2. It doesn't have a title yet, does
Ooh.
it? It's called. It's.
It's just Breath of the Wild 2 at this so far.
It will have a title for sure. They don't do 2s, do they? They don't do blah 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 2.
They've only done that once, and that was Zelda 2. That was on the NES.
Oh yes, you're right.
Which, crazy enough, that was a
Even,
side scroller.
but look at like sequels to like Link's Awakening was a Link to the Past. That was the sequel. Do you see what I mean? It's not going to be called Breath of the Wild 2.
The thing about the Zelda timeline is that it's never...
Oh, I don't understand it.
Oh, it's fucking bad.
I don't want to
It's
understand
really
it.
bad. But the thing about the Zelda timeline is that you can make comparisons that, this game would have to take place after this game because this
Yeah,
has
no,
happened.
I don't care. I don't care for all that. It's like as you were saying earlier, but it's like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just...
I don't care for the timeline of it all. I don't care the continuity of it. I just like playing Zelda games. I liked Breath of the Wild. I'm very excited for Breath of the Wild
You know
too.
what's funny? I only finished that game recently.
I know you did. You've mentioned to me. You must have mentioned it to me because I knew that you had.
No, I played it recently, but I only finished it like maybe a week ago.
Oh, okay. I knew you were playing it recently then. Okay.
Good game.
It's a very good game.
Yeah.
It's definitely a defining game for the Switch.
Oh, we might be getting Odyssey 2. Ooh, we might get Odyssey
Maybe.
2. We might get Odyssey 2. Odyssey 2 will be fucking lit because Odyssey 1 was really good. Really good
It was
game.
good. I thought it was a bit too easy, but it was good. But I
Oh,
didn't
it's
100%
only-
it.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
that's some shit for like big strong men. Like,
Yeah, do you know what? I like 100% in games, or at least doing a lot of stuff in games. Like, for example, back to Assassin's Creed. I'm playing it now. I'm just doing all the side stuff because I'm in no rush to play games.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited for Breath of the Wild 2. God of War, whatever the Ragnarok, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm excited for that because generally God of War, the PS4 God of War was generally one of the best games I've ever played in my life. And I will be playing that again actually pretty soon on my PlayStation 5.
You know what?
I hope they've upscaled it as well.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably upscaled it.
Did you know that they do like a Game Pass thing on PS5? That called PS Collection, but it's only for PS5.
Really?
Yeah, it's got like 20 games on there. That all you have to do is just have PS Plus, and you have access to these 20 games for free. They're like bog standard games, so like God of War's on there.
And that's why we like competition in our video games because it's good for the consumer.
Well, I would say the Game Pass is years ahead.
Oh yeah, they've had like a long head start.
They've had like 5 to 10 years head start.
I don't know, about 10 years.
When did it come in? It came in at the beginning of Xbox One, I'm pretty certain.
Nah, it was like, I want to say it was like 2016, 2017.
Really?
It hasn't been that
around
long.
longer than that.
I know, because it's been such a like
But
a huge selling point.
it was shit when it first came out. No one cared for it.
Yeah, because there was nothing.
But they've leveled it up.
Because
they've
they have
leveled
to.
it up.
They have to.
Like, they're getting brand new titles drop on there. Like, brand new titles. Like, people don't even have to buy games anymore.
I think FIFA's dropping on there.
No, because EA have their own thing. They have EA Play.
Oh.
So it probably drop on there.
Halo's dropping on there, obviously.
Halo's dropping on there, yeah. But I thought Halo's like they've taken like the battle pass system and stuff, haven't they? Yeah, they have.
A lot of games have battle passes.
I'll be honest with you. Xbox and Microsoft titles do not interest me in the sites anymore. I'm not a multiplayer guy anymore. I like a single player.
They haven't been as competitive as they've been since they first came into the console ring.
But I also think because of our age, man, I think when we were school kids, we had more time to play multiplayer games.
I got time. I got time to play multiplayer games, but I think it's just they're not like, if you play Gears 5, it just feels like
Trash.
it feels like an Xbox 360 game, but just with better graphics. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a next gen experience.
I see what you're saying. That's why I rate PlayStation. That's why I rate PlayStation more, because they're constantly pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, like I remember, Video Game Donkey, right?
No.
You don't know Video Game Donkey?
No.
Okay. He made an interesting point about how
YouTuber.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll check it
if you look at Uncharted, which is like PlayStation's like third person shooter.
Yeah, that was PS3 as well. Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing? Sorry, some guy's just playing loud music on my road. I don't know if it's picking up on the mic. Hopefully it doesn't pick up on the mic. Don't want to get DMCA'd. Anyway. So you got Uncharted and then you got Gears of War. They came out around the same time.
Did they?
I think so. I think Uncharted was 2007. I think Gears was 2006. Don't quote me on that. I have Google right in front of me, but I don't give a shit about Google. But
I mean, there's similar profile of games. They're the third person shooter of the two competitive consoles.
And where Uncharted focused more on story and set pieces, Gears kind of just
they did and they didn't.
They had one foot in and then they took the foot out, and it's just kind of like the story. Just I don't give a shit about the story in Gears.
I think Gears 1, 2, and 3 story wise was good.
They should have ended it there. They should have ended it there.
I don't mind them coming back.
I hate this shit.
I just think if you're to come back, and it's the same thing with films, when things come back after a while, you have to have a good idea for why it's coming back.
Yeah, they didn't have any idea. It's just like, here's new Gears. Play it. Like,
the Locust. Oh no, they're still here. You thought you killed them? You didn't.
I really hated that era of where Microsoft didn't want their big heavy hitters to die. They didn't want them to just say, "Oh, we did this trilogy. It was fun. Let's move on to something else."
But you know what they could do, and they kind of almost did, is take a leaf out of Nintendo's book. You've got the franchise. You've got the IP. You don't have to make games that the IP is associated to. For example, Mario has every fucking genre of game imaginable.
But Mario is Mario.
But that's what I'm saying. Halo, people would say Halo and Mario are comparable of franchise.
I'll say like one's a god and one's a legend.
But I mean, they're comparable in the
Yeah.
sense they're big franchises. So it's like Halo kind of did a little bit. They had Halo Wars.
Yeah, Halo was
that's-
cool. The same
that's
guys
another-
did Command and Conquer, I think. The same guys did Command and Conquer.
It was
They're gone now.
yeah, they're gone now. Yeah, it got
Put
brought
out.
by Microsoft. But that's what I'm saying. They had a strategy game. Why not make a Halo like I don't know, card game, or make a Halo. They don't have to be good. I'm just saying ideas.
I got a better idea.
Go on.
And it's maybe because I'm just like a fucking fanboy of the whole genre, but Halo Metroidvania.
Oh, so like a 2D sort of Halo game.
2D Halo game, but like you're
Like an
Spartan.
arcade Halo
Yeah,
game.
but you have like your Spartan that upgrades every so you can get like the shield.
So
the
like
thing.
like you could have an RPG sort of element to it.
Yeah, so literally just take the style of like Metroid and like Symphony of the Night and make it Halo.
Yeah.
So you're just running around like.
But this is what I'm saying. Why don't they do things like that? They don't do things like this. They
I
go.
want that game now.
They go right. Halo is a first-person shooter. We're gonna make a Halo first-person shooter, whether it's good or bad. They don't care. If they we were talking about experimenting with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because they do it. I mean, they do it as well because they have Mystery Dungeon and they have Ranger and stuff like that.
But like I said, Pokemon's Pokemon. Mario's Mario.
Exactly.
So maybe.
But I think these franchises are stronger because they do these spin-offs. Xbox and Microsoft, they don't do these spin-offs. They do. They have done to a degree because I know there's Gears Tactics and I know there's Halo Wars, so they have done a little bit. But I'm talking, go mad, go crazy with it. You have a universe, you have a world like Gears of War. Like, why don't we have a Gears of War 2D shooter or a Metroidvania game where it's before the Locust turned up? And so it was like, what is it? Is it the Pendulum Wars when they were fighting over the emulsion?
You know what? I think it's timing as well. I think timing plays a part in when you decide to take your franchise in a different direction. Halo needs to make Halo 5 because Halo 6, sorry, Halo Infinite. Halo needs to make a Halo Infinite because it's in a very sort of like.
But isn't that just trash though?
Well, Halo Infinite.
No. Going, oh, it's the time to make it, so we'll make it.
No, I don't think that's a bad thing because
But then you're letting the customers dictate when you make a game rather than you dictate when you make a game.
there's a balancing act for that. You got to listen to your consumers, but you also got to know what's right for your franchise as well.
By the way, Halo Infinite might be the best Halo game ever.
It could be, but it needs to happen because
But what I'm saying is, Halo 4 was trash. Halo 5 story mode was trash.
Multiplayer was okay.
Was good. I very much enjoyed Halo 5 multiplayer.
What was the thing where you have to use rec packs and whatever?
That was Warzone. Warzone before Warzone.
Oh wow.
Wow. I liked that. I enjoyed that a lot.
I'm just kind of like
just
struggling.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it.
But yeah, Halo needs to make, like, you know, when your franchise is in a spot where it's like, what's going to happen to this franchise? Because we're no longer the same people
what
we
happens
used to
after Halo 6?
We don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
something needs to happen.
But they do them as trilogies, don't they? So they go, when Gears 6 and Halo 6 comes out, does that mean Microsoft and Xbox have lost their two biggest, like, sort of games? Because are they going to do Halo 7 or Gears 7 and do another trilogy?
Well, someone needs to say, hey, these things can't go on forever.
But that's what I'm saying. Why don't they do alternatives like these spin-off games?
Maybe.
Because then you can prolong a game.
But then we go back to timing.
Yeah, true.
That's what I mean. We need to, before we can make this game, we have to make this game.
But these companies are so big that they can delegate and have games come out every couple of years where they're different things. Like a Gears of War, like Pokemon Snap kind of game. Like, it would be shit, but like people would eat that up. Like taking pictures of like...
I don't know, man.
I am slightly
I know
joking.
you're slightly joking, but yeah.
But like, is there anyone in these companies that genuinely think about these, or do they just think of the main series or the only series? Because there isn't like a spin-off. Is there anyone in these companies that think of spin-offs? That's what I want to know.
You know what? Someone told me that. I think I was talking to like a developer, one of the indie Eurogamers. I think he told me that we're not running out of ideas. Like you may
Bro,
think
they can go batshit crazy if they need to.
yeah, but like I think I spoke to another guy who was doing like Forza as well, and he said we're not running out of ideas. Like we are not bereft of ideas. It's just what is expected and what we have to like deliver. So this is why
they can't put all their ideas into one game because then they have no ideas for the next game.
There you go. That's what I mean. It's about timing. You have to make the right game
But
for the right
isn't that
position.
like creative restriction?
Yeah, it's a business.
That kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah, bro, it's a business. Like video games make a lot of money.
Yeah, no, they do. They do.
make a lot of money, and there are a lot of people who invest in these things and have stakes in it, which is why if something doesn't meet certain things, then people are getting axed. People
That kind of makes me sad a little bit.
It's sad, but that's just what happens when you become a business, and like you've gone from being this creative medium to now you're like this massive corporation, just like you walk in, it's like fucking Voltron. It's crazy. It's fucking nuts. But just like wrap up what I was saying. The right game has to come out.
We've been going a long time.
I think will still be the last thing we'll talk about. Certain games have to come out at the right time.
Agreed.
I think if you just look at something like the first Halo game, like it's like you didn't like when they discovered like the cure for certain like diseases like fucking polio. You didn't know that you needed this until it happened. You just discovered it.
True.
You just like it happened. You're like, oh,
we can cure it now.
We can cure this shit now. That's why it'd be like no one said that we need to make Halo. No one knew what Halo was. You just made Halo, and it's like this. Like it happened, and it was happy. We're happy it happened.
But then there's an organic process to that as well.
That it was an organic process as well.
But that's what I'm saying. There in the original trilogy of Halo and Gears, there was an organic process. There was a start, middle, end, where 1, 2, and 3 is the start, middle, end. Then you let things lie, and then they go, well, they made us a lot of money. So now, is it an organic process to bring it back for a 4? No, and a 5 and a 6?
Unless like the developers.
If the idea's there, then yeah.
Yeah, if the devs have something for it, then sure.
But for example, with Gears of War 3, that was ended.
Yeah, it didn't need to go on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I believe that with Halo 3 as well. Halo 3 ended. They killed all the flood and stuff.
They killed the flood and I can't. You know what?
I can't even remember.
I can't remember. It's been a long time.
But it was ended, and then they bring it back because there's another, and both of them have the same formula. Yeah. There's a new threat.
They needed something to put on the shelves for like the Xbox.
No, I get that, and I understand that completely. But like, to me, that's lazy, man.
It's lazy and it's just uninspired. Like,
but do you know what format would have been better?
What?
Like a Final Fantasy format.
It comes when it comes.
Well, not even necessarily it comes when it comes, but it's like these games are all part of like the same idea. And I'm not even going to say same universe because I don't even think Final Fantasy is based in the same universe as each other game.
It's basically teenagers fighting God.
But yeah. But you have, so for Halo and Gears, you have this universe, and you just tell stories from this universe.
You could make
That's
it like
what
that.
people think they're going to do with Last of Us, by the way. That's what they think they're going to do with Last of Us. People think Last of Us 3 will be...
Do they need to make a 3?
Well, it will have nothing to do with Last of Us 1 or 2. It will just be a new story. Because I'll tell you what it is. It's like Walking Dead, yeah? Walking Dead follows the same group of characters. And it's fucking boring when you get to season 9, season 10. Because you've been with these group of characters and they just do what they do. and they're in the same area, they live in the same place. So why don't we go to another area, like another place, and see what people are doing there? I know they have Fear the Walking Dead, so people are going to hate on me and go, well, they have Fear the Walking Dead. But I'm saying that can backfire and that can work and not work. But that can work with games as well. And I think that works better with games because if you have one... Because people look at the Final Fantasy franchise and go, well, I liked 7, 9, 10, 6. It was just like, yeah, but there's people that liked 3, 4... 13, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
we don't talk about those people.
no,
but
but what I'm saying is if Gears and Halo did stuff like that, they could have a franchise of games, of 20 games that all tell a collective story of that universe.
Yeah.
So you can have a trilogy. You can have the Gears original trilogy and the Halo original trilogy, and then you go, okay, we've done that story. So in the Gears universe, there was all the Pendulum Wars beforehand. Why don't we do a prequel where Marcus Phoenix is like a youngster and he's fighting in the Pendulum Wars, and at the end of that game is the breakout of the Locust?
Yeah.
Because we know that happened, but it'd be interesting to go back and see it. Same with Halo, ODST for example.
I love ODST.
ODST is my favorite Halo game.
Okay.
And because it's such a simple game and it's so self-contained and
it's different,
but it tells the story of that universe through the eyes of someone different. We're always seeing it through the eyes of Master Chief
or Arbiter.
Or but it's it's the same campaign.
Yeah.
But let's see something else.
Yeah.
And I know Halo Reach was a different Spartan as well, so people are just gonna hate on me for saying stuff like that. But if you get the core of what I'm saying, it's like you have a rich world. Let's explore other things.
See,
different times.
Full circle, back to Pokemon. Go use your world, man. Use your world.
Use your world, exactly.
Use your world.
Do you know what? Final one answer question before we wrap this up.
Okay.
And I kind of know where you're sitting with it as well.
Okay.
But let's kind of piss a lot of people off and end with who will win this current generation of console war. One word answer. You don't get to an explanation. Maybe a sentence. You get a sentence.
At the moment,
wait. Who do you think won last generation?
PS4.
I agree as well. So who do you think will win this generation?
Nintendo.
They sit between gens. Between gens. I'm talking the two big, the two boys, the Sony, the Microsoft, Nintendo. Do you know what? Nintendo are in the best position ever. They sit atop the throne, laughing at the peasant Sony and the peasant Microsoft fighting each other.
It's not even that. They're in their own lane.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're just like they've carved their own lane.
They don't give a shit what the other does.
I got my money on Sony, but I kind of want to see Xbox do something really cool.
I mean, Microsoft won Xbox 360 days. That's
a talk I actually want to have about that. Just to say, I'm just gonna say one thing, and then we'll have it off out of the podcast.
We can do it another time on the podcast.
Okay.
We can come back. We can go more in depth on PlayStation versus Xbox. To be fair.
Yeah, we'll have video games part 2 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sony. I have my money on Sony, but I want to see Microsoft do something good.
I think I'm with you on that. I think PlayStation 5 will beat Xbox Series X and Series S. However, I think Microsoft, with the Game Pass being on PC, will beat Sony.
I think it'll be neck and neck.
So I think the console, PS5, will be dominant. But the content, the company, I think Microsoft will prevail. I think the games will be better on PS5 personally, but I think there'll be more multiplayer and sort of social games on. I mean, there's no difference there. That's the same on Microsoft and on the Game Pass. Game Pass is what will win this generation.
I think
in my opinion.
I think it's changing the course of how people.
And I don't think that's a crazy statement to say as well.
No, I wouldn't say it's like a hot take or anything. I think it's a very well informed take. I think from what we're seeing, people like their subscription services.
They are, and Netflix are even talking about doing a gaming thing. I don't know how that would work, but yeah,
That's another conversation.
that is another conversation. So what we will say now is, it's been a fucking long time, guys.
It's been a long time.
And do you know what? It's flashed by for us. I hope it's flashed by for you guys as well.
Yeah.
But-
Give them good vibrations.
Ooh, I like that. That's little eargasm to end us out on. But guys, thank you for staying with us for this whole time. Thank you for listening. We will be back with other topics. Do you know what? We're gonna set up a feedback email and stuff. I think we've got one, but I need to like work it all
Yeah.
out and everything. I'll set that all up, and I want your feedback. We'll give you the email maybe in the next episode or episode after, and give us suggestions for other topics. So as I said, we're gonna do video games. I mean, next couple of ones we'll probably talk about something like
Movies,
films,
yeah,
TV,
music, TV.
music, maybe anime and
Food.
stuff. Yeah, food. Yeah.
Fuck it, I talk
I mean,
about
we can
food.
go deeper with
Yeah,
topics as
fuck
well.
it.
Like, I feel like we can talk on like maybe like racism and stuff in the future and
Mental
stuff.
health.
Mental health. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I
go
mean,
for that.
bro, guys, we're gonna talk about everything. Obviously, we want to keep it lighthearted and always be us and be comical, but we want to talk on serious things. There's things that affect us in our daily lives that we just want to chat about.
Yeah, for sure. So guys, it's been good. Remember to drink water, get 8 hours sleep, eat your vegetables, do some push-ups in the morning,
Get 3 meals a day.
meditate. Oh yeah, what did I say? Let's say eat 3 vegetables a day.
No, you said eat your vegetables. I'm saying get 3 meals a day.
Ah, okay. And
Do all that. Do
go
all of
outside and get some sunlight on your skin, some
that
vitamin
vitamin
E.
D.
Vitamin D. All right.
What's vitamin E?
Is it vitamin E?
No, it's vitamin D, the sun.
Oh, my bad. Vitamin E is also good for you as well. Just take care of yourself, basically.
Guys and girls, peace out.
Out. Bye.